So let's rewind. So back when the hurricane hit in Houston, Texas, Joel Osteen, Lakewood Church, refused to let the hurricane victims in. See, it was flooding all over, but the church was not flooded. So, and it was big. You know, it used to be the Compaq Center. So it used to be like a stadium where people would hold concerts and basketball games and do all sorts of stuff over there, right? So it's a big stadium style thing. In most cities, when there's a weather threat, a weather issue, they pile everybody into these stadiums to keep them safe, right? Joel Osteen refused to let anyone in. The city had to say, no, we're opening the doors and we're letting people in. Joel Osteen came in and said, don't make any noise. Told this to the people who are losing everything, people who are afraid, told them just don't mess anything up and just don't make any noise, instead of comforting these people. So we already knew what kind of heart he had, right? We've all heard the incidents about his wife on the airplane assaulting the flight attendant. She was drunk and she assaulted the flight. We already knew about all, you know, everybody's known about this. So I'm shocked that anybody else is shocked that a woman with a starving newborn would be denied baby formula. And understand that these places get donations. People donate formula, they donate food, they donate clothing, they donate money so that it can be dispersed, right? Oh, no. They don't disperse it. They sell it, or they let it expire, or they throw it in the dumpster. Yeah, they really like to just keep the cash, right? The money, the checks, right? So yeah, but this is just who Joel Osteen is, and this is just what that brand is. Helping others is a joke, right? This has nothing to do with God, though. See, this is what the devil does. The devil wants to tarnish God's name, right? So what he'll do is he'll put people like Joel Osteen and others like him to do the opposite of what God wants you to do. That's Joel Osteen is a human being. He is not God. He's a human being. Yes, he's trying to represent God, but he's not a good representation. So the best thing to do is do not worship these church leaders. They're humans, just like you and me. We have our good days, we have our bad days. Some humans are pure evil and some humans are not, right? So the best bet is don't judge God off of Joel Osteen, but I would be very careful about giving money to these places. Now, I'm a woman of a certain age, and I will tell you this. I have never been a Catholic woman. I am not a Catholic woman. But if I was going to go into organized religion, I would probably choose to be a Catholic because they're pro-human. You know how they say there's pro-life? No, that's pro-birth. That's pro-birth. You better have that baby. But as soon as the baby's born, don't ask me for help. Don't ask us for help. Whereas Catholic, it's pro-human. Whether it's a woman keeping her baby, helping them through the woman, whether it's you being a 42-year-old man that needs rent money, whether this is you needing help for car repairs, whatever it may be. The only church that I've ever seen actually help just anyone is Catholic churches. And I know that they have their scandals, but I think every church has their scandals. But the only, and you guys know I'm not a part of, where I grew up in a Jehovah's Witness family. I'm spiritual. I'm not into organized religion. But if I was ever going to be a part of an organized religion, just based off of them walking the walk and talking the talk, it would be Catholic. That's the only organization that I've ever seen that actually cares, that's pro-human, not pro-birth. So others I've noticed are, you better keep that baby, but even though you have no money, even though you've got no way to feed yourself or that baby, you better keep that baby. But as soon as that baby's born, I'm not giving you a handout, get a job. Don't ask us for help. So it's not pro-life, it's pro-birth. It's pro-birth, give birth, but don't ask us to help you. You need formula? Screw you. Screw you. And then did you guys see that recent one? Okay, let's talk about Kao Chin. Kao Chin is a spiritual monk in Houston, Texas. Kao Chin, I haven't gone there in like maybe 15 years. I don't know. It's been a lot of years. Because I don't live in that state, and because I don't have time. But anyway, so at 3:00, Kao Chin gives free food. I don't know if he's still doing it to anybody off the street. It's buffet style. Kao Chin has a lot of money. He generates millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, but he gives back. I don't know if the times are correct. He used to do this. Monday nights, he's giving out free bikes to everybody there. He's giving out free stuff to everybody. He's giving out jewelry. He's giving out free food to everybody, free food and drinks. He's giving. Homeless people. If you didn't have anywhere to go, he let you sleep in your car in his parking lot. As long as you weren't getting drunk or high or doing anything you shouldn't be doing, as long as you were just going there to sleep or rest, he had no problems with that. No problems. He helped people. I saw a TikTok of a woman in a parking lot. She was homeless. She had her car parked there, and the church people were threatening her. And she was on camera saying, "How dare you people do this to me?" I think she was like, "I'm elderly. I've got MS. I'm not well. I have no money. I have no food. I don't have gas money to be driving around, and my body doesn't function well. So I shouldn't be even driving around anyway." And this woman was just stating her case, like, "How dare you people? Like, you give churches a bad name. How dare you?" And again, I'm not downing churches. I'm downing, don't rely upon these people who claim to be representing God. Judge them on what they are doing, on their actions, right? Not their words. But the whole point of donating to a church is not to buy private jets. Donating to the church is to disperse the money. That's why it's tax-free. It's to disperse the money to the members of the congregation and others. It's to help others, right? That's the cause. It's not to pay for expensive champagne. That's not what it is. If it's to keep the lights on, trust and believe the lights are paid for. Just everybody do the right thing for the right reasons, and just don't rely on anything. If you want to contribute, I would focus on contributing to a Catholic church or a Catholic organization. I'm just gonna say a few personal things about that. Most of you know my story. Although I grew up in a Jehovah's Witness family, my mom would contact Catholic Charities, and they switched out our windows so we wouldn't freeze in the winter. They did this. They came in and they replaced we had a big house. That's a lot of windows. I would say it was well over 20 windows, maybe more, maybe double that. Lots of windows. They came in and they replaced all of our windows. Catholic Charities replaced our roof. We're not even Catholic, and we didn't go to any of those churches. Back in the day when I couldn't afford to pay bills, they helped me pay my bills. They paid for my son to get a wheelchair when I didn't have any money. So, and I'm not even a part of their, like I said, and I know so many other people who have gotten help from that organization. So just FYI, if you are in need, try to hit up a Catholic church or a Catholic organization, because those are the only ones that really seem to help. No matter what race you are, no matter what age you are, no matter what is going on with you, they will help you. So, and again, I'm not in any organized religion. Nobody's paying me to say this. I'm speaking solely off of experience. solely off of that. They seem to be the only ones that are pro-human. Not you give birth to that baby, and if you ask us for anything, you're looking for a handout. So just if you are going to donate to an organization, try to donate to the Catholic churches or a Catholic organization, because those are seemingly the only ones that actually disperse the money around to actually help others. All right, guys, JamieSieber23.com. Ta-ta for now. Love you long time.